Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today my client has come back and we're going straight in and doing a redesign. So I have sanitized my hands and my client's hands and everything, and I'm going in with my smooth top drill bit. This one is from Todak USA and I'm just going to remove the old design. These nails are only short and sweet. My client likes to have them super short because of the job that she does. She's very hands-on, so she likes to keep them nice and short. So I'm just removing the bulk, removing the design, and taking down some of the length with my e-file. And as you can see, there is a little bit of lifting around them sidewall areas, so I'm just going to show you how you can remove that with your drill, or even with any file. So when you go in for the lifting, you want to file behind the lifting. You don't want to go into the lifting and upwards, because then you're just going to keep chasing that lifted area up the nail and you're going to end up taking the whole nail off. So just file right behind it, and then as you can see, it will flick away and the remaining acrylic that is stuck to the nail plate will be fully attached, and you won't need to then continue to file away. So once I've done that on all of the nails, I will then go straight in and prep my nails, and I'll go in with my skiver from Atwood Industries. I'm just going to make sure I get all of that dead skin out of the nail folds and the cuticle area and off any of the nail plates. I will then dehydrate, and now I'm going in with my primer. As you can see, I've also got two sculpting forms on the two middle fingers and her thumb. This is because these nails are now more or less an overlay, and so sometimes when you have an overlay you can get the corners break and split and the acrylic actually comes away from the nail. So what I like to do is put a sculpting form to make sure that I can fix those chips rather than just placing it on top of the nail. I like to put a form on so that I can really make sure it's a secure fit, and then I will also just put a little tiny bit of acrylic around the sides and the tip of the extension to make sure that when these nails then grow, the natural nail is not going to separate away from the extension, which can happen when you are working with overlays. So now all that really boring bits out of the way, what I'm basically doing is just going in and filling in that the new growth and all of that with crystal glass from CJP, of course, and then fixing up the edges, and then I will go in with our colour. The reason I do apply this clear underneath is, one, it makes it super easy to change the design when she comes back next time. We can just file back down to that clear layer, and two, because I'm going in with a design powder, quite a high pigmented powder, I don't want to stain the natural nail at all. So now we're going to go straight in with CJP Bubblegum, and because this is a design powder, we're going to work with these a little bit differently how we would use our core powders. So when you are working with highly pigmented design powders, you want to apply them like a paint. You want to use your beads small and wet, and you want to really pay attention to all the side walls and the free edge and all that, because you don't want to file away when you've capped. So really make sure that this colour layer that you're doing is literally as thin as you can possibly get it and as wet, so you're literally just using it like a paint, and then you're going to cap. When you are capping, really make sure you're encapsulating every little bit, because you can file away that colour, and that is so annoying when you've done your set, you've put your brush down, you've started filing, then you've filed away your colour, and then you have to go back in and reapply the colour, which is super annoying. A lot of people have been asking about this brush that I am using, and it is an Alpha number 8 oval. It is a different Alpha. I do have something planned that I was going to start my own line of brushes, but because the metal handle ones, the writing wasn't staying on them, I decided against the metal ones. But I am still considering doing something along them lines with Alpha, but just keep your eyes and ears peeled. Eels? You have eels. Sorry, your eyes and ears peeled for that. So yeah, it is the same process on all of the nails. Really basic design today, but I love showing you and I love staying active, and I just want to say thank you as well, because I've just hit 60,000 subscribers. I am absolutely overwhelmed with all your support. I recently had a bit of a knockback. This industry can be horrible. There's some really horrible people that are insistent on saying really horrible things. and it makes you want to give up. I really wanted to give up. I just wanted to throw the towel in and say, I really don't want to do this anymore, because I'm not strong enough to deal with that sort of stuff. But after a severe pep talk with myself and hitting 60,000 subscribers has just made me think, do you know what, I don't even care what anyone has to say about me. If you're not paying my bills, I ain't interested in your opinion. And that is how I'm going to play my cards. So anyway, enough of that rant. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart to my loyal subscribers who learn from my videos, who take something away and do well and are inspired, and you mean the absolute world to me, you really do, so thank you. Okay, back to the nails. I always go off on them little rants, don't I? This is why I should stop voiceovers. Anyway, as you can see, what I'm doing here is, before I go in and apply the crystal glass acrylic encapsulating the nail, because the acrylic underneath has dried, sometimes you can get like where the clear acrylic folds over itself and it leaves like a white line or patch on the nail. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking my brush and I'm wetting the nail with a little bit of monomer before I go in and apply my clear, and this will just eliminate any of them nasty white lines you can get from from applying it onto dry acrylic. So there's another little tip for you that you can do. So once I was finished with all of the encapsulation process, I will go straight into some filing, which I have left in to show you. So the bit I'm going straight in with is a tapered safety bit, and this is from Todak USA, and I'm just going to make sure I'm paying attention to all the sidewalls and the cuticle area, making sure that that acrylic application is flush and there's no lips or ridges there, because we want that as flush as we can possibly get it. And then I'm just going down across the nail from left to right to make sure that it is all a nice even uniform finish, and I will do this on all of the nails. I'm then going in with this hand file, and I'm just going to perfect the shape, perfect the sidewalls, go around that cuticle area again, making sure that it is as flush as it can be, and then I will go down the entire body of the nail, really making sure that it all looks even and smooth and just no bumps or ridges. And as always, once the nail looks good from my view, I will get my client to turn around her hand so that I can see the nail from her view, and if it needs any more shaping or finish filing, I will then do that from her view, so that she's got the perfect view and I have the perfect view, and that equals a perfect nail. So when I was finished, went ahead and removed all of the dust. I'm now going in with some CJP gripper glue. This glue is the bomb, I tell ya, like these crystals will not budge. So I applied this with the glue, applying some Swarovski crystals with a wax pencil that I got off eBay for like 99p, and just placing like a little round bit around the cuticle area of crystals. And then as always, I'm going in with CJP tack free top coat, and I'm just applying a nice even coat onto the nails. Another little tip as well that I learnt from Chrissy Pierce, the amazing Chrissy on Facebook, is that after I've applied this gel top coat, I will then get my client just to place her hand upside down for like 10 seconds so that it can kind of flood into the middle and really make such a glossy finish. Another little handy tip there for you. Full of tips today, me. I will then get my client to place her hand in my Melody Susie lamp, and I'll cure this for 60 seconds. And as always, I will allow that to cool before we go in with our cuticle oil. The cuticle oil that I use is from Tones, and it is their mango or peach. I think it's peach, and it smells divine. Anyway, that's the finished video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, please do. I love you all. Bye.